Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we're doing devlog number 2, I think, on Production Tycoon, and I'm super excited because we are tackling the map. Now, as you can see, I have started, and by started, I mean I got a highway segment and a road because I think I have the idea for this game. Now, in the last video, I noted I want it to be some sort of an industrial district. However, I wanted to also have grass because it just feels lively. So check it out, bros. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm only gonna have the highway on one side of the map, just so it doesn't feel like super symmetrical and blocked in. I also wanted this to be 20 studs away from the back of this part, just so it's the same as our roads. So let me go ahead and bump this to 20. Let's move that over. Perfect. And then we will move this road as well to the other side. We're gonna box this in by, there we go. And I guess we'll duplicate these and rotate them. However, this road, we're probably not gonna have because it doesn't make much sense underneath the highway like this. So we'll just cut that one off. I also don't really feel like these need to be double laned, so I might edit that so it's just one lane highway. But it also looks kind of cool. So I'll build with it for now, and then if it looks bad later, we'll fix it up. We're gonna duplicate these to fill up the entirety of the map, which fit like pretty much perfect. Awesome. And now we're gonna work on these intersections because yikes, those do not look okay. All we have to do here is just shrink the lines, which I could do so much easier. Hold up, I have a plugin. It is called this SBS resize object. Look at this. Oh, hold on. It's resize world. There we go. So we can just shrink this down. Then we can duplicate it, put one over here, resize world once again so it's not sticking out far, and there we go. Now we just have to do the same with the middle lines on every single corner, which I guess there's only 2, since that's highway. Now that we got this part done, we are going to open up Grass Fixer, the plugin, so we can take the grass off of all of the roads. This thing is like magic. Just click it, click fix all, and we actually don't need to fix all because it's gonna take a while, but it'll still do it. You're supposed to click fix selected parts. Now that we clicked fix all, anything that might have been on the grass will have a leafy grass patch around it, like NPCs or other things like that. But heck, even these probably. Nope, because they weren't fully on the ground. All right, anyways, off topic. Next up, we need to make the inside of this cement, I think. Also, why are these like in? I feel like that's like weirdly close now. I'm gonna try to balance these pads out, make the inside cement, and then I'll check back in with you guys because like the spacing here versus here is just throwing your boy off. All right, next thing on the to-do list is figure out how to introduce trees and grass back into this cemented area. So I think we're gonna do some sort of flower boxes. Now, we don't want to interrupt anybody's walkway, so we'll probably do one back here, like pretty large, I would say. I'll probably one in every corner, now that I'm thinking about it. We'll just put them like this, and then for the middle, it gets a little bit harder, because if we put one like this, it blocks this walkway, and same for the other side. So I'm thinking we're gonna do 4 smaller ones on the outsides, and just hope it doesn't block these doors, which it might though. But I think something like this, and then maybe we could just do a center one like this that has area for maybe a place that players go. All right, squares on the outside, circle in the middle. I think we got it. Now I'm gonna try to still use the grass. So this is all terrain, it's not a part. Can I make a box? Let's see. We want to fill in this back area pretty decently, probably something like this. Let's bring these in on the sides, and then we'll move it up 2 studs. That'll be green. Should I make this a sidewalk curb, or should it be like wood? I feel like both make sense in this situation. I'm definitely gonna make this a sidewalk. Let's bump it out a couple more steps. And let's make this match our little borders on the highway, because why not? So we have this, and then we want concrete. And then for this, I'm going to use part to terrain, but first, I want to make sure I have one in every corner. So let's just duplicate, put one over here. There we go. And let's duplicate these one more time and put them on this side. Perfect. Now we just have to use our plugin for part 2 terrain and hope this goes well. Let's see, here we go. Click it. It's not bad. It's not bad. We could probably make these inner parts just a little bit smaller. It might be harder to click them though. Let's see. Yeah, I'd say that works. All right, we've got our flower boxes. Ignore the terrain not exactly wanting to load in sometimes from the far away. This one, I don't exactly know what's going on here from Roblox's end, because that's a little rough, a little bit rough. This is flat, but it's still just a little bit rough. So for now, I think we'll paint that as leafy grass just because then it won't be floating. We'll figure out what assets are gonna go here and then we'll be able to kind of paint the grass around those. All right, so far so good. We have a map layout. Now we need buildings. And guys, I'm gonna use buildings from the dream game that we're not using anymore. If you If you did miss a recent video that I put out, there's a lot of the dream game buildings that won't be used anymore, and we might as well use them here so we're not wasting time and wasting assets. Alright guys, I just got some of the buildings that we're not going to be using in the updated dream game map, and I'm just kind of putting them in here. We may need to switch some over, we may not, we're going to see. I do know that I want more, industrial-esque buildings. Like, this is okay, but I want like big smokestacks. So I think I'm actually going to delete all of those. Those don't really match. The big skyscrapers are cool, but maybe we should have them on the back half behind this bridge, or I guess highway section, because it just makes more sense. The cranes can definitely stay in the foreground here, and we're just gonna give those a bit of an angle, and then we're gonna go make some huge like nuclear smokestack things in Blender, I think. Yeah, that makes more sense. Just the crane ones. Some skyscrapers in the back is fine. Let's make a couple, maybe like 2 types of smoke buildings that can have a particle emitter and everything. Number 1 is going to be a very easy cylinder with some loop cuts. Mouse, if you could work with me today, that would be absolutely tremendous. Guys, I promise someday I'm gonna buy a new mouse so I can actually work without it doing this, zooming in or out when I'm trying to do the opposite. It is a bit ridiculous. Anyways, S and Z will go about right here. We're gonna make the top just a little bit smaller, not much. And then I have a reference over here. It looks like we go out a little bit here. Drag this up a hair. We have up here, scaled in, up, and this we could probably do as a bit of a rim, something like this. We'll extrude that down, scale it in, and this would be the stack. However, it has some loop cuts, so it can be red and white. Come on, mouse. I'm scrolling down. We should work together for a sec. Guys. Right there. I think that's good. Red, red, and red. The rest of this can be white. We might separate the top as well, just to make it a different color if needed. The other one we're gonna do is the nuclear one. Pretty much the same thing. We're gonna start with a cylinder. Shade smooth, scale it up, and then it has like I'll have to work a little bit on the shape, but it has like this kind of a vibe going on. Maybe a bit of a beveled base, like this. And then I think the top gets a bit smaller. So let's turn on proportional editing. G, come on mouse, scroll. I'm scrolling. Come on, bro. Guys, I'm scrolling out. Thank you. And then scale. I think they look something like this. We'll bevel this edge just once, maybe twice. Yeah. I think that's actually pretty much how they look. Let's get these into Studio, add a smoke particle emitter, color them, put a material on them, and see how they look. There we go. We scaled these way up. I think, let's see, how do I want to do this? All right, we're gonna put one of these on both sides. I guess I should color them and stuff before I start copying and pasting them around. And then we're gonna fill up the middle with, I think, 4 of these. Something like this. Now for the other sides, I'm not sure, but I'll fill those in and hopefully we start getting more of a finished map. All right, guys, I want to do not a long rant, but at least a quick one. Let me name these real fast. All right, so with the new Explorer, if you move something into a closed folder, it just disappears. So I'm gonna close my map folder, drag these in, they're gone. Now if I click on one and open the folder, they're not in the folder. Like, they still exist in the workspace, but they're nowhere to be found in the Explorer. I just named it wide, and if I type in wide, nothing. At least not these. So you have to grab them with the folder open, and then this workspace doesn't like to scroll as well, or this Explorer, So that sucks. But now that the folder's open, if I drop them in, they are still there. That bug alone has made me want to switch back to the old Explorer so bad. Anyways, we've got this going on. We're going to use more of these just to fill up space. Angle that. Put it in the ground just a bit, rotate, and then I'll put one over here on this side as well. Once again, just filling up more of the map space. I am going to get a smoke particle, some trees pasted around, maybe sidewalks made. I don't know if the player plot is going to show up or not yet, so I can't make a sidewalk to the plot, so we'll have to wait on the actual middle of the map. This is also wildly high in the air. I guess that means all of these would be? All right, there we go. We'll have to fix the grass, get some trees, add some smoke, maybe put more of these on the sides. I'm not exactly sure yet, but next time you guys see this map, it should be looking a little bit more complete. All right, guys, I think I finally got to a spot that I'm happy with for this map. Now, there could be more stuff added later or some stuff taken away, but I really like how this turned out. This side is just like after the construction. So we're in here, all of us will have our own factories and games to play within those factories, and we're kind of like building, in a way, the outside world. So this is like a inner city construction, I guess. None of that has to do with the gameplay, by the way, but just what was behind the map design. This is what we got. I like it quite a bit, and I can't wait for the next episode on this game. Not exactly sure what we're going to be doing yet, but the map, I would say, is 90% completed. That will wrap it up for today. If you did enjoy and want to see more content like this, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Have a great day. Later.